What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Secret. Today I have to talk about one of the most explosive moments on Capitol Hill. Representative Jasmine Crockett absolutely went off, calling out Republicans for protecting pedophiles, ignoring climate chaos, and fueling corruption at the highest levels of government. And trust me, you do not want to miss this breakdown. So here's what happened. Instead of focusing on real issues like government efficiency, protecting taxpayer dollars, or fixing the weak job market, Republicans have been more concerned with distracting the public.
Chair, the Republicans have been so busy protecting pedophiles and rapists that they forgot what this subcommittee is supposed to be about. We're supposed to be talking about improving government efficiency. We're supposed to be talking about protecting taxpayer dollars from corruption. But congressional Republicans have led the most corrupt administration in American history run wild. Republicans have turned the United States government into the world's largest Ponzi scheme. And it isn't surprising that corruption is rampant in this administration because, well, we know who the president is. It's actually been 84 days since our last hearing. The chairwoman could have called a hearing about how this is the weakest hiring market since 2017, and we all know who the president was in 2017.
Yes. $400 billion illegally stolen in funds, Trump's tariffs driving up the cost of living, and the Bureau of Prisons literally accommodating human traffickers. That's not oversight, that's neglect.
We could have had a hearing on how Donald Trump's illegal tariffs are increasing the cost of living for their constituents. We could have had a hearing on why the Bureau of Prisons is accommodating human traffickers like Ghislaine Maxwell. We could have had a hearing on how the president is using the office to enrich himself and his family and friends. We could have had a hearing on how this administration is illegally stealing more than $400 billion in congressionally directed funds, but they'd rather distract you from the fact that their constituents are likely to die from their decision to cut health care and SNAP before some chemtrail conspiracy. The Republicans don't care about their constituents suffering from anything. They've been railing against the American people for the last 9 months, and they've been doubling down. Taking your health care wasn't enough. They've attacked Americans' housing. They've attacked Americans' food and child care assistance, and they've attacked Americans' environmental protections. They're letting the oil companies and big data companies write their energy and environmental policies. These policies not only lead to sicker people, they also lead to dirtier water, more polluted air, and increased utility bills. And we know that these policies will disproportionately impact Black and brown communities around the country.
Americans. And then comes the climate crisis. Crockett highlighted how the Trump administration dismantled agencies, defunded scientists, and silenced universities from doing climate research. She asked experts straight up, does this discourage young people from studying climate science? The answer? A clear yes. And when she pressed further, are Black and brown communities hit hardest by these rollbacks? Another yes.
So, Dr. McCracken, the Trump administration has dismantled agencies, fired scientists, defunded research, and is defunding universities. Do these actions disincentivize institutions from engaging in research and deter students wanting to work on climate science?
I would think the answer to that would be yes.
Thank you so much. And Dr. McCracken, wouldn't you agree that eliminating environmental research can have devastating impacts on communities, particularly Black and brown communities, which are often located in highly industrialized areas?
Yes, I agree, and I might just say during the national assessment, that was one of the issues we tried to address by having some of the historically Black colleges be looking at the assessment of climate change and its significance in the Gulf Coast region.
Thank you so much. I have a couple of UCs that I want to enter into the record really quickly at this moment. One is from September 11th of 2025. It says, August 2025, Earth's third hottest August on record. 4 nations and territories set or tied their all-time heat record in August: Japan, Brunei, the UAE, and Martinique.
Without objection, so ordered.
The next one that I have is a UC that says State of the Climate 2025 on track to be second or third warmest year on record.
These communities are already dealing with polluted air, dirty water, and toxic industries in their backyards. Before we go deeper, if you believe in exposing corruption and demanding accountability, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button and join the Red Seat Secret community. We're here to bring you the truth they don't want you to hear. Now Crockett didn't stop there. She entered into the record some hard-hitting facts. August 2025 was the third hottest August ever recorded. 2025 is already on track to be the second or third warmest year in history, and natural disasters have cost the United States over $131 billion this year alone. These aren't conspiracy theories. Even Republican witnesses admitted, yes, the planet is heating up. The only question is, what are we going to do about it?
Without objection, so ordered.
The third one is natural disasters have caused more than $131 billion in losses so far in 2025 from CBS News.
Without objection, so ordered.
The reason that I wanted to point these things out, because I think that we can't have a hearing like this unless we settle on some basics. One of those basics being that climate change is real. Whether or not any individual has accurately predicted exactly the day or how bad it's going to be and when is one thing. But the reality is that as I was listening in, while I wasn't physically here, I was tuned into the hearing, I will say that even the Republican witnesses admitted that we are heating up. So the question is, what is it that we need to do to actually turn the heat down? Unfortunately, it seems like this administration's decision has been to defund any and everyone that actually could work on saving us, because we don't know what will happen if this daggone planet, and yes, it's more than the United States, heats up to a ridiculous amount. I can tell you that other countries acknowledge that climate change is real and that we have real work to do, and it is within the science realm instead of the conspiracy realm.
So here's the bottom line. While Republicans chase conspiracy theories and protect corruption, families are struggling, the planet is burning, and our future is on the line. Representative Jasmine Crockett's message was clear. The time for denial is over. Thanks for watching today's breakdown on Red Seat Secret. If you found this video eye-opening, drop a comment below with your thoughts, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the truth behind the headlines. Until next time, stay sharp, stay questioning, and stay loud.